Welcome to SoapSit, all latest television and entertainment updates.
Sometimes the truth does not arrive with a confession. Sometimes it arrives by accident, and when it does, it can destroy everything in its path. That is exactly what happens to Daphne Walton in this explosive chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful. Just when Daphne believes she has finally found the courage to return to Los Angeles and rebuild her marriage, one ordinary afternoon at Forrester Creations exposes a betrayal so devastating that it changes the course of several lives forever. Daphne has already been through an emotional nightmare. After receiving devastating news about her fertility and premature menopause from Dr. Lee Finnegan, she fell into a deep emotional struggle. Convinced that Carter deserved the chance to have the family he always wanted, Daphne left for Paris, believing that walking away might be the ultimate act of love. But love brought her back. Daphne returned to Los Angeles ready to fight for Carter and their marriage. She was willing to explore every possible path to becoming parents, including IVF with an egg donor or adoption. She genuinely believed that no matter what life threw at them, she and Carter could survive it together. What she didn't know was that while she was thousands of miles away trying to save their future, Carter had already put that future in danger. During Daphne's absence, Carter had become involved with Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Both were dealing with intense emotional pain, both were drinking, and what began as comfort eventually crossed a line neither could erase. The two made a terrible decision and then made an even bigger one. They decided to keep it secret. When Daphne came home, Carter welcomed her back as though nothing had happened. He smiled. He reassured her. He acted like the devoted husband she had hoped to find waiting for her. And Daphne believed him. Until a ring went missing. It sounds almost insignificant. But that tiny lost piece of jewelry becomes the key that unlocks Carter's entire secret. Daphne begins searching Forrester Creations, retracing her steps and checking the areas where she had recently been working. Eventually, she decides to visit the security room and see whether the cameras captured the moment she dropped it. She has no idea what she is about to discover. The security guard steps away, leaving Daphne alone with the monitors. She rewinds the footage. At first, nothing seems unusual. Then she notices the timestamp. It takes her back to the night she was away in Paris. Daphne watches the screen. And suddenly, she sees two familiar faces. Carter and Steffy, her husband and the woman she considered a friend. At first, Daphne cannot process what she is seeing. She leans closer to the screen, hoping that perhaps she has misunderstood the situation. But there is no misunderstanding. The footage reveals the two of them together inside the Forrester Creations CEO office after hours. What begins with drinking and emotional vulnerability quickly becomes something far more intimate. Daphne watches as the boundaries between Carter and Steffy disappear. And in that moment, her entire understanding of her marriage changes. This is not gossip. This is not a rumor. This is not somebody trying to destroy her relationship. It is the truth. The cruelest part is the timing. Daphne remembers what she was doing while Carter was betraying her. She was in Paris, crying and struggling with the devastating news about her fertility. She was questioning her own worth and wondering whether Carter would ever be happy with her. She returned home determined to fight for their marriage. Meanwhile, Carter was hiding the fact that he had been unfaithful. Suddenly, every loving word he said after her return feels different. Every kiss, every promise, every conversation about starting a family. Daphne realizes that she was fighting for a future that Carter had already damaged behind her back. And then there is Steffy. Steffy had been there for Daphne during one of the darkest periods of her life. She had offered support when Daphne was struggling emotionally. That makes the betrayal feel even more personal. Daphne does not explode. She does something much more powerful. She becomes completely silent. Instead of confronting Carter immediately, she deletes the footage. Not because she wants to protect him. Not because she wants to protect Steffy. She does it because she wants control over what happens next. The source material portrays Daphne leaving the security room with an eerie calm, carrying the knowledge of the betrayal without revealing what she knows. She returns home and looks at the life she and Carter built together. The photographs, the furniture, the memories, the plans for their family. Even the information about adoption and fertility treatments now feels painful. Everything that once represented hope suddenly reminds her of deception. Daphne quietly packs her bags. Then Carter comes home. He immediately senses that something is wrong. He finds Daphne standing beside her luggage, and panic takes over. He asks what happened. He wonders whether she is struggling again. But Daphne sees through him. She tells him about the missing ring. She tells him about the security room. And then she tells him exactly what she saw. Carter's reaction is immediate. The confident, powerful man who always seems to know what to say suddenly has nothing. He breaks down. He falls to his knees, begging Daphne to listen. He blames the alcohol. He blames grief. He says he believed his marriage was over. He insists that what happened with Steffy meant nothing. He begs Daphne to remember their love and give him another chance. But Daphne is no longer listening to excuses. She has already heard enough. Her response cuts deeper than any scream could. She tells Carter that he did not lose her because she went to Paris. He lost her because he chose to betray her. That distinction matters. Daphne did not abandon their marriage. She was trying to save it. She left because she thought Carter deserved a better chance at having children. She returned because she loved him enough to fight for their future. And Carter repaid that love with deception. Daphne refuses to allow him to turn his betrayal into her responsibility. She tells him that his apologies cannot undo what happened. His tears cannot erase the footage. And his promises cannot magically restore the trust he destroyed. The marriage is over. No counseling. No second chance. No convenient romantic reunion. Daphne picks up her luggage and walks away. Carter is left behind, devastated. But Daphne is not simply running away. She is choosing herself. She is choosing dignity. She is choosing a future that does not depend on whether Carter decides to be faithful. As she leaves Los Angeles and heads toward the airport, Daphne knows that her life is changing, but she also knows that staying would mean accepting a relationship built on lies. And Carter is left facing a terrifying reality. His secret may have cost him the woman he loves. But the consequences are not going to stop there. Because Daphne knows what Carter did. And the truth about Carter and Steffy has the potential to destroy more than one marriage. If Finn discovers what happened, Steffy's marriage could collapse completely. If Ridge learns that his daughter was involved with Carter, the fallout inside Forrester Creations could become explosive. And if the entire family discovers that Carter and Steffy tried to bury their affair, the emotional damage could spread through every corner of the Forrester and Walton families. Daphne's departure may look like the end of one marriage, but it could actually be the beginning of the biggest family war yet. Because secrets rarely stay buried in Los Angeles. And after what Daphne has seen, the clock is officially ticking.